I remember being in middle school and looking myself in the mirror and thinking that, fuck, I need to fix something. There's something that has to change. I cannot stay the same. So for years and years, I've actually tried to improve my looks, either by using medications, maybe changing up my clothes, my fashion, stuff like that, and going to the gym. Of course, with a fuck ton of failures because, I had like shit glasses, my haircuts were shit, and I had braces on as well, and I had pimples all over my face. I was literally like the starter pack of the nerdy guy, the geek. I was that boy, yeah. Like, imagine looking at yourself in the mirror, being like in the middle school, right, and thinking something's not fucking right. I'm not enough. Imagine thinking that at that age. Yo, I'm Aris, also known as Screw Mediocrity, and I am a leader of young men trying to improve their looks, reach their attractive potential, start networking with people who are actually high level chads like themselves, and get to their goals 10 times faster than the average person. We don't want to be like the average motherfucker that walks the street with unplucked eyebrows, cum-stained t-shirts, smelling like poo-poo, with bad hair and absolutely no fucking confidence. We want to stand out, we want to look fresh, we want to be groomed, sexy, masculine, and ready to conquer. We want our t-shirts to fit our fucking biceps so nicely, be able to complement our body shape and our nice looking hunky body, so that we get the attraction from the opposite sex and also get the respect from other men. Of course, not only that, but the most important thing, we're gonna look in the mirror and we're gonna fucking love what we see. If that sounds interesting, click the first link in the description to join, and everybody's waiting for you inside. Also, subscribe for me to make more videos like this. Think about people who have never gone through that phase of feeling that they're not enough. Think about that, right? So you've heard me talk about how I was in middle school, trying to improve my looks, fix my hair, my pimples, whatever, everything. Think about guys who have never gone through this phase and thought that, okay, I look pretty okay, I don't give a fuck about how I look. Think about them now. They're like 20, 30 years old. They're maybe younger, doesn't matter. They don't give a fuck about how they look. They're just like a fucking child with shit hair, their same hairstyle that they had when they were fucking 5 years old, whatever. Not giving a fuck about how they smell, how their body looks. Think about that. People are not gonna take them seriously, and they're not gonna get an attraction from women whatsoever, and not even a respect from other guys. And that's what we don't want. We want to be the exact opposite. That's why we're here today, to improve our looks, improve how we look, improve how we feel about ourselves, and of course, live the dream life. The first thing that I would suggest you to do is stop your bad habits and start good ones, right? We all know how we start off with, playing video games all day, fapping to porn, eating junk food all day, watching Netflix series, not giving a fuck, not even working out. Like, what if we change that? What if we do an 180, right? And we just change your habits. Like, for example, not in a bad way, but think about it. Progressively deloading the bad habits. If you're watching porn every single day, you're gonna be watching it once every 2 days now, for like a week or two. Then once every 3 days, after like a few weeks. Then once every 5 days, right? Then once every 2 weeks. And that's gonna happen over time. Of course, it's not gonna happen like in the first month or something. It's gonna take years for you to get to that golden point of being like, okay, I am not addicted to this shit anymore. Okay? Especially like if it's very bad addiction or whatever. But if you've just started, watching porn or getting to the bad habits, it's much easier for you. But most of us here have gotten into those bad habits for like a long time, for a lot of years. So getting rid of those habits in a span of like 1 month is unrealistic, right? What you should be doing is start by progressively deloading every single day, a little bit, right? Discipline yourself. How many times have you watched porn usually, how many times do you watch porn a month? 35 something times, right? Okay. Now do it 30 times. Okay, next month. The next month, 25 times. Pretty realistic numbers. Then 20, then 15, 10, 5, 0. Okay? Of course, it's gonna happen, in my opinion, it's gonna happen once every like a few months, maybe. Like, of course, you're not gonna be perfect. What we need is not like no bad habits or no fap. We need less fap and less bad habits. And way more good habits, right? You can do the same process with every single thing, like video games as well. I would suggest one thing before doing all that. Try and for like a week or something, right? I give you permission. Do the thing that you do, that bad habit 5 times more. I want you to feel that emptiness inside of you. I want you to feel like that shitty feeling of, fuck, I've been doing this so many times and I feel like shit. I feel yucky. I feel dirty. That's what we need, especially from video games, right? Because the same thing happened to me. I was able to quit my video games very easily. Not because I was like, oh, okay, let me just discipline myself, whatever. I just played so much, I got bored of it. Every single time I played for even 1 or 2 hours. Like I was playing before, like 6 to 7 hours a day, which is not a lot compared to a lot of other people. But the point is that after that, I literally played 1 or 2 hours and I got super bored. Like it was super boring to me playing video games. That's the point where you should be at. When you feel disgusted, where you feel bored as fuck of doing like the same thing over and over. That's when you should be doing this, because that's the easiest point. Because if you're like at a high point of, you know, your addiction, whatever, how are you gonna quit it so easily? Because you're like, it's so much fun right now, I'm doing it, I want to do it again tomorrow and stuff like that. Of course you're gonna have fun, you're gonna want to do it. It's gonna be hard for you to quit. You're gonna crave, you're gonna want to go back to it. That's when you do it 5 times more. Like you're saying literally like, maybe I'll play like 3 hours today, maybe tomorrow a little bit. Use your whole day to play. Do this for like a week or something, okay? Feel after that week the disgust of playing that certain game or whatever, you know, being bored as fuck. You just force yourself to play that game. After that, you should start progressively deloading, because it's gonna be much easier. Because it's gonna be hard to, you know, just quit a certain bad habit and just leave it at that. Start increasing the good habits. So start implementing like meditation, you know, maybe going to the gym, going for walks, eating more healthy food, something that has to do with good habits. There are a lot of good habits that you could start right now. The second thing I would suggest is start going to the gym, okay? If you cannot go to the gym or whatever, and you know, maybe you don't have money, or you're like the closest gym is like 1.5 hours away, then you should just work at home for now, okay? What I would suggest doing is buying some dumbbells and, you know, some, maybe a bench or whatever. Of course, if you don't have the money, then you don't have to do that. But I would suggest at least, you know, going out to a park nearby maybe, and you know, there are a lot of parks where you can work out, you know, where there are like shitty machines, whatever, and you can use those. Those are way better than using nothing, okay? You can do like basic push-ups, squats, you know, pull-ups if you have like a wall or something that you can climb, and maybe climb trees, something that can help you build a little bit of muscle for the beginning, okay? If you have that set and you already got some dumbbells, or you started working out enough and you want to progress more, then you start going to the gym, okay? Like I remember for 2 years, the only thing I was doing was literally working out at my house, okay? So if a lot of people are gonna say like, yeah, you can easily say that, but you never had it, but you don't have the money or whatever. I've been working out in my garage for 3 years straight without ever going to the gym. And then I just started going to the gym because it was like, okay, you know, we don't have enough equipment at home. It's not big enough. That's why I have to go to the gym to progress my building, you know, progress my muscles and, you know, build way more. Buy basic clothing which fits you. One thing that I really like to preach is basically a lot of kids like 15, 17, 20 years old, like basically they just don't have good enough t-shirts, or even having a basic t-shirt is way better than what most people have, okay? So having that, you know, that Spider-Man t-shirt or that Biohazard t-shirt you have or whatever, something that has to do with a video game or like a cartoon, whatever, like throw that shit away, okay? You're not 12 anymore. You don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck about that. What you need to start is by basically buying very essential clothing, like white t-shirts which fit you, black t-shirts, you know, gray, neutral colors. You want to start off with that, especially like in the summer, you know, of course, in the winter it's gonna be different, but you should start with doing that. That's very basic. Like you can easily find packs of, you know, fitted t-shirts and stuff like that cheaply as well. So you can start with that. You don't have to buy something expensive or whatever. After that, buying some blue jeans, okay? Blue or black, whatever. In my opinion, I prefer black because it goes with black t-shirts, white t-shirts, gray, with everything, and it's much easier to style, right? You can also buy some chinos, which is more dress up for, you know, nights out, whatever. That depends on you, of course, and depends on how much money you have. Having those basic 2 pants is very important in my opinion. And also, I forgot to tell you, to buy 1 pair of joggers or some type of, you know, sportswear to wear at home and also in the gym. Of course, that's like very important. You should buy at least, the very least, 1 pair of white sneakers. Go ahead and like in Nike, whatever, just find like white sneakers, right? I have like 3 of them and I use them, and they're very comfy. I can use them at work. I can use them for a night out. They're like very versatile. That's the point of it. And they're not that expensive, which is very fucking nice in my opinion. What you could also buy is a nice pair of loafers, right? Or a nice pair of boots. Depends on the weather right now. If it's winter, you should buy boots. If it's like summer, you should buy loafers for the start, right? In like the best case scenario is buying both. If you want to have the essentials, the very essentials, white pair of sneakers for, you know, daily wear, whatever, you can also, you know, wear them outside. You know, you can also wear them on a date. If you want to look a little bit more professional, a little more mature, buying a nice pair of leather, you know, boots or loafers can very much help you boost your style and make you look clean as fuck, bro. Like, don't you wanna attract that woman, that crush you have? Don't you wanna attract her, bro? That's what she likes, and this is gonna make you much more confident wearing this type of clothing. Of course, it's gonna be very basic. Yeah, it doesn't matter, bro. Like, the point is that you're gonna start off of somewhere. Lastly, I would suggest buying some type of jewelry. It could be some rings. It could be a nice watch, right? In my opinion, every man should have a nice watch, right? It doesn't have to be something special or whatever. Like, look at this. I have like 3 watches in there, right? 3 watches. This one, the first one, I have this for like 2 years now. Let me just show you real quick. This one, I've had it for 2-3 years now. Very solid. Like, it looks like $100. It's basically like, I think it was 50 or 60 euros, whatever. Like, it was very cheap. And look at this. The quality is amazing, bro. A silver watch goes with almost anything. Of course, if you don't like silver or whatever, you can go with something like this. I prefer this one as a beginner watch, only because, you know, you can easily just adjust it yourself. And of course, it has like the time, but it's kind of more of a childish a little bit watch. But of course, if you want something like this, it's much better. Also, it's also like the same price as well. So yeah, in my opinion, this is also a very nice watch to start. Of course, you can also buy like something more dressy, like this. I have a nice Orient open heart. This is like my dress up watch. This cost me like 200 euros or whatever, but I mean, I had to buy one, right? Think about me for 3 years having like one watch. Of course, I had to buy a new one. Of course, you don't have to buy something like this. A silver watch, in my opinion, can do wonders, in even more than that. What you can also do is, look at this. All my jewelry is in here. So look at this, like basic silver watch. I have like bracelets in here and necklaces. Something like this, maybe. Like, I wouldn't pair gold with silver, but you know, you get my point. And basically starting to enhance your outfits, right? So in my opinion, doing this will easily boost your style by 20%, because a lot of you guys don't really wear anything on top, like no watches, no rings. Of course, it depends on you if you like to wear this type of stuff, right? If it's comfortable for you. That's also very important, right? You've never tried it, most of you. So in my opinion, you should try it and wear it for a couple of hours. Go out with them, you know, on a date, coffee date, whatever, and see if they're good on you, if they feel comfortable, if you don't want to take them off every single minute. The fourth thing I would suggest is to start grooming yourself. What you should be doing is starting to watch out for your beard, right? If you see my beard, right, like it's not too special. I'm taking care of it, right? I'm leaving the good part, the one that's not patchy. So here, like my mustache, and here, right? So it's kind of like a goatee. And here, I am basically, you know, leaving like the 7-day patch, whatever it's called. Yeah, like the most attractive stage of a beard. I'm leaving that here, and I'm leaving the good parts here. So it's basically like a very nice combination. Okay, that's what I like to do. That's basically the way I like to groom my hair. Okay, I've tried to, you know, see myself without any like facial hair or whatever. I look like a baby, and I personally don't like it. If you want, you can do that, like the same thing, like grow it out as much as possible, and then see what parts of your face are patchy or whatever. Shave them off, leave the good parts. That's what I'm doing. Pluck your eyebrows. Okay, you should keep this at least. Like, if you don't wanna groom your eyebrows in a nice way or whatever, like too much, okay, at least groom this part. Okay, at least don't have like a connected unibrow here. It's gonna look ugly as fuck. I wouldn't suggest that to anybody. Of course, also, you know, removing the peach fuzz, and of course, of course, waking up, you know, washing your face with a soap that is meant for your face. Trimming your nails, of course. Like, I don't have them trimmed right now. I have to trim them actually today. But the point is, you know, trim your nails, right? Always trim them. I have like a whole reminder, like once a week, to trim my nails, because I want to keep them nice and short. I don't want to, you know, scratch my girl and look like I'm a fucking caveman or whatever. it's gonna look ugly, bro. It's not gonna look good. So that's why I suggest to do the same thing. And of course, clipping your toenails is as essential as well. Having an everything shower is very much important. Like your armpits, your chest hair, your balls, you know, all of that, all the pubes, all that part, you should shave that off to keep yourself as clean as possible, so that when you get lucky, you're as clean and as good looking as possible, so that you are the prize, not her. That's what you want. You don't want the mindset of, oh, this motherfucker ugly, he has a smelly pee-pee or whatever. You don't want that feeling, right? So that's why you should clean yourself every single day. And, you know, of course, your pee-pee as well. Groom yourself in a way that, okay, when you're gonna look yourself in the mirror, you're gonna be like, fuck, I look clean as hell. That's what we want. That's what the feeling that we want. And of course, don't forget to brush your teeth, your tongue as well. Maybe have like it's called a tongue scraper. Of course, having like a floss, having like something to floss your teeth with. In my opinion, I would suggest, like, that's what I'm looking for right now as well, is buying like wooden flosses, the thingies, and also a wooden toothbrush, so that as less toxic as possible, because I don't want to touch plastics and put them in my mouth, right? And lower my testosterone from BPA and stuff like that. So I would suggest you do the same. Make sure that your breath smells good. You can also eat like an apple or chew like a small piece of ginger, so that, you know, it gets rid of the smell. And lastly is to work on your business or on your studies. So what you should be doing is either, you know, if you're studying, you know, at the university, you know, high school, whatever, and you have like some type of goal that you want to reach, some type of grade, and you feel like, okay, this is gonna be my future, I want to do this, you should focus on that way more, rather than focusing on attracting a woman right now, right? We shouldn't be focusing too much on it, on, you know, dating, on our dating life. Of course, we should be, you know, exploring, you know, approaching girls, you know, improving our speaking skills, our dressing skills, all of that, but we shouldn't focus 100% on that. Your priority right now should be your goal, and it should be your studies, your business, whatever. That's why you should be focusing on that way more than anything else. I hope I helped you with this video to start improving and becoming more and more attractive as a man. Subscribe again. Stop wasting time.